Surprised me how bad Ipswich were, to be honest. Yeah, they've got some talent, but they did just looked horrible. Brisbane were solid, you know. I thought Rocky beating Cairns by that much, with Mitch Young and Bruce in there, they're a decent team. So Rocky clearly are good. They must have a pretty good American. That didn't surprise me, but the margin did. Probably the margin Cairns beat Gladstone. I didn't realize Gladstone were, going for Masters, trying to get to the Masters games. And then they get Derek Rucker this week. So, wow, watch out. They got a few expat Americans there over 35, so they could probably qualify for the Masters game. But well, I thought he was a shooter. I thought that's pretty much all he did, and he did it well. He hit 5 of 9 threes. I think you'll get a lot more out of him. I think he needs to. The kid, obviously, Los Angeles High School Player of the Year. He's got some talent. Father's an ex-NBA player, so the genes are there. But I don't think he didn't do anything outstanding, but he shoots the ball well. But he needs to rebound, and once he settles in and rebound, play a bit better defense, if he keeps getting better, wow. To me, Brisbane's thing is still Dusty Reichart. He's the key to them. And Dusty didn't do a whole lot, didn't have to against Ipswich. But, they'll go close. They'll go close. You throw Tommy in there, who's very comfortable with Terrence's system, and, they will. I mean, they don't have a point guard, a true point guard, but you don't really need to in Jeff's system. So, they were not impressive, but they were good. First game, very good. They'll get better too. So that's your team in the South easily, I think. No, I look at their roster and it seems a bit lopsided. Take Broom out of there, and they're very small. He went and spent his money on Heath, outstanding player. Highlight reel, and Gleason in the backcourt, and he's only got really the one big. So it didn't surprise me. And I gotta say, Coach Roche, I like what he's doing up there for a swimmer. An ex-swimmer. He's working out the coaching thing. He's the guys he's bringing in, and he didn't have Arnott. He's worked it out, I think. I still don't understand Shackelford, but hey, he puts up good stats. It's just he doesn't have too many wins in the win column, but it didn't surprise me. And I think clearly with McCarron and the guy Kay, the All-American kid, both of them from Metro coming in, they're their two best players, and they'll be a totally different team when they're there. But unfortunately for Northside, and strangely, they won't be there for finals. So, basically that team that lost to Bundy is the team that will be playing finals if they're good enough to get there, which I think with McCarron and Kay in the team, they probably will be. But, but no, Bundy, he did the right thing, got some role players. It's good. I don't know what his other Americans like, but didn't really surprise me. I thought it would be close. So Wizards will be better later. Oh, well, I've always thought there has to be a change, but there never will be because, some of these teams are in here, and if it costs 1 cent more, they're not going to play, and that's fair enough, but that's what you get. You get a 5-11 team making the playoffs and an 11-5 team missing out. But, the South Pool, I looked at the rosters on the Gold Coast and Toowoomba. Wow. That's, to me, in my opinion, that's close to SBL standard. I've heard people tell me that team Gold Coast put up, their SBL team might be better, but I don't know. They got the win. So, and I understand Toowoomba have got 2 imports that didn't play. I don't know how that works now. It's just poor administration, I guess, because really, they've been there for a while, but they didn't play, and I don't know who Gold Coast have coming in, but those 2 rosters were not worthy of being QBL. And Southwest is an interesting prospect now with these 2 All-American Division II players they've got coming in. So they will be improved, and but 2 of those teams have to make the playoffs. So, and in the South, mate, it's Brisbane and Daylight second. Northside, when they get the 2 kids that are going to be there for a few weeks, will be good. But after that, I mean, Brisbane have got Tommy Amar coming in, and they're just heads and shoulders above everyone in the South. I thought Ipswich were the second best team, and they may end up being that way, but they were well off the mark on Saturday night. Yeah, well, I think down here in the South, I don't think Toowoomba will have their two Americans against Brisbane, so they'll be better, but they'll still get smashed. But you'll have Southwest playing Bundy, I believe. Is that correct? And Southwest will be unveiling all their imports. They're two American college players, and I've got the word on them is they're good. Both of them are good. So and big. So that'll be interesting. That'd be worth going and have a look at that and see how they go. So they got three new guys coming in, and yeah, they'd be the one in the South. I think who's Gold Coast Wizards. Wizards will get on the win in that game, and then up north, Ipswich. How are they going to come back from being absolutely thrashed and it wasn't very good, so they can't be any worse. Mackay playing their first game of the year. There are people talking about them being favorites in the league, and rightly so. I mean, they got a nice roster, and Rocky, who are clearly the favorites. So Ippy, go from Brisbane. They're probably facing arguably the three best teams in the first three games. They need to get better. They need to, get in there. Even if they don't win, they need to get better. They're in a weak pool, so they'll make the playoffs. And then Mdor going up with their one win against Southwest, facing Townsville and who haven't played yet. We'll see how they go, and Cairns. But yeah, for me in the South, if I was going to go watch a game, I'd go watch Southwest just to see what the two All-Americans, one was second-team All-American, one was fourth-team All-American. That means they're in the top 20 players in Division II. So they're good. They're very good. And I know the one speaking to the Dirksons that played in Josh's league, the kid from Truman State or something like that, he's supposed to be the real deal. So, I find it interesting that those two guys made the top four All-Americans and Mitch McCarron didn't. So, wow, they must be good. So I would get out and watch that and see if they can break their 16-game losing streak. I think it'll be close. I don't know. Hard to say, but it'll be a close game and one worth going to see.